Afternoon, I'm Jake Munsey and today I'm reviewing the BMW E46 M3 manual. Unfortunately now it's time this car has to go. It's funding a deposit for a property, but I've had it a few years, had a lot of very enjoyable miles in it, and I want to share them with you.
My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like times like these that make me say, yeah. Lord, if you see the bitch come my way, like leaving brain drums all down straight, yeah.
So I don't use this car particularly often. In fact, it's only done 47,000 miles. Although I have taken it to the Nürburgring, on the Autobahns and all through Germany. And it's been a complete joy. It's actually the fastest I've ever driven was in this car at 165 miles an hour. Recorded on the so I don't know if it's been restricted or what, but completely solid, completely smooth, and it was still accelerating at that point. It's very impressive. Now my biggest criticism with the M5, or something that I thought after owning it, was okay, yeah, it's great, but I would like something that's a bit more kind of fun, nippy around town. So then this is the obvious alternative that does kind of meet that criteria more. And it's a lot more responsive, it's a lot harder, you do actually feel the speed more than the M5, and yeah, things like the sport button, the manual, it's just a bit noisier, a bit more involved. I don't know, would you say it's more of a driver's car? Potentially, yeah, even despite the convertible. Prices are really shooting up for these now. It is really just an enjoyable car, and you do feel like more of a boss man driving. Subject of that enjoyment and excitement and mechanical experience that you get when driving the M3. Obviously most of that does come from the engine. Now 343 horsepower, it's by today's standards not a massive amount, but the way it delivers it I think is something quite special. So you're more used to in today's world really having a lot of torque accessible from early in the rev range, which, okay, yeah, it's very usable and it's very practical, similar to the M5 in that sense. You've got the big V8, which, yeah, churns out enough from kind of 2,000 RPM to not really need to change gear. Whereas in this, if you want the performance, you are revving it like mad, and that really makes it very enjoyable compared to other cars that I've driven. Real scream up to 8,000 RPM. There's not a lot I would compare it to. Certainly, yeah, the engine was one point that I did prefer quite a bit over the M4. All natural as well. No messing around here, it's just real intake noise and exhaust, which is, again, pretty rare to come across these days. In terms of ticking the boxes for what you want from a car and doing them all well, again, what I like about BMs, and this one does it so well, is you've got the usability and practicality of your standard 3 Series convertible, and then you've got the dual personality of then it absolutely being a mad car, what you want it to be, which, yeah, it's comfortable for longer journeys, you can put what you want in the boot, you can take the girlfriend out, it's not too much of a dickhead in your face car either, as opposed to an Impreza or something like that. I don't really know what you compare it to be honest, because even the S4 convertible was just a bit of a pig compared to this. And even today, I think this is definitely the best car I've owned in terms of enjoyment and just being a really good solid all-rounder that you can use if you want every day, and it'll still be a lot of fun when you want it to be. So in terms of value for money, it's still pretty affordable, and specification wise, say for example with this, you've got the sat nav, the bigger 19-inch diamond cut alloys, which could do with a refurb. but still looking pretty fresh. Harman Kardon sound system, which still sounds pretty good. Obviously the convertible is nice, although you don't get to use it that much in England. Yeah, electric seats, all very refined. And to be honest, I actually prefer this to the M4. I've test driven two of them, a convertible and a coupe, both manual. And I drive it, I'm left a little bit cold. I did open them up a bit as well. And yeah, specification wise they're better and they're quicker, but you get back into this and you do feel like, wow, okay, this is really an experience. It feels more mechanical, more enjoyable really. I think it is a very special car. I feel very privileged to have owned one, and I will be quite sad to see it go. And you do feel as well, whipping a car around like this, that you are a bit of a boss. You think the chicas are going to be digging it and loving it, although the reality has been quite different. The more interesting conversation you get is from old men asking about the rear subframe, and not really much appreciation there, as you might have thought.